Anyway, guys, welcome back finally to the Talk Bout podcast. You guys can follow us on Instagram. You guys can follow us on TikTok and subscribe on YouTube.
Where are we at right
Where
now?
are we at? We are in a whole different planet.
Yeah,
we are in Uranus.
Yeah. Uranus?
No, but seriously, we got a new setup. We've been talking about this literally forever now. So as you guys can see, we got new mics. One of the best mics you could possibly get. We have a mixer going on over here, making sure our mics sound good. We have all new posters. You guys have seen this one, and you've seen this one. But now we have new posters, whole new setup. We got new chairs. By the way, let's talk about this. These chairs have been here for a month.
A very long time.
For a whole month. Doing the podcast before, doing all the gameplay. They've sat in their box, and we never took them out because we wanted to wait. Well, we took them out.
We took them out.
But we never used them. So this is huge.
We never used them.
Yeah, in the pod.
We used them.
Yeah, we didn't. Yeah. So we're so excited. We finally got everything set up. It actually wasn't as hard as I thought it was going to be. It's never actually hard. It's just a game. So I just thought it was going to be a game.
Yeah,
that honestly should be probably the next poster on here because we run that.
Game.
That's our slogan. Yeah. So actually wasn't too bad.
On my forehead.
Yeah, we're going to get tatted on us. So I hope you guys enjoy the UFC gameplay. The last podcast we did, we never even did the UFC gameplay. So I hope you guys are enjoying that. And episode 5, by the time this podcast, so I'm leaving to go to South Carolina. I know, of course, that's going to turn off. Game. Me too. Game. I just like to make sure that it's still
like this whole thing
is the game. But we're doing I'm going to South Carolina. So we're actually filming this a little bit before, but it doesn't really matter because we're not doing this podcast on news. We're doing it on something different. So just wanted to say that by the time this comes out, episode 4 has already came out. We're filming this on, what's today? Monday? Yeah, filming this on Monday. So episode 4 of the gameplay just came out. Wednesday, which it already came out by now, came out. So yeah.
I'm going to do a little Logan Paul.
What, Wednesday? Oh, yeah. People are loving him right now.
Yeah.
But anyway, just thank you guys for the love. Thank you guys for the support. Like I said, follow us on Instagram, follow us on TikTok, and subscribe here on YouTube. Today we are doing the MMA, more or less, UFC Year End Awards. We've been talking about that also as well lately, so we're excited to do that. But before we do that, I want to catch up on some news that has happened in the past week. Vera against Corey Sandhagen has been announced for a UFC fight night in Las Vegas, I believe, in February. Riley, what were you going to say?
What a great fight.
Yeah, insane fight.
Dude. Unless it ends in an injury.
Yeah, but we knew that was what's going to happen. Yeah. I mean, we knew that was coming with Sugar waiting, doing Cejudo. What were you going to say?
Might be O'Malley versus Jan too.
Nah, they're not going to do that.
Really?
They're waiting. Sugar said it.
Sugar's gonna wait.
He's gonna wait. That's coming from his words. He said he is waiting. He said about a couple weeks ago.
I mean, he is number 1.
He said a couple weeks ago he went to the UFC headquarters. He had a conversation with Hunter Campbell. I knew you were gonna do that. Freaking headquarters. He went to the UFC headquarters, had a conversation with Hunter Campbell, and they said that they're looking to do Cejudo against Aljamain Sterling, and Sugar's going to wait.
Do you think he deserves that, Cejudo?
Yeah, I do.
Really?
Yeah.
Why? What has he done?
Okay, I'll tell you all the things
No. Not in 2013.
No, he's done nothing.
2022.
Here's the thing, though. What about John Jones? Why does John Jones deserve to come and fight Stipe Miocic?
Honestly, I don't know.
Okay. But do you think he does?
Do you think he deserves it?
Yeah.
No.
No?
I don't think he deserves to fight for the champion right away.
Really? This is your guy. You really don't think so?
Yeah, I don't think so, but I love that fight.
Of course, but
Obviously.
I think he does. Only because it's John Jones. It's the same. Like, Connor doesn't deserve that treatment because he's came back and he's lost fights. He's gotten hurt, this, that, and the other. Jones' last fight, he was the light heavyweight champion, and he relinquished his belt. I mean, he's debatably, like you say, he's the greatest of all time. Henry Cejudo never lost his belt. He was actually a 2-division champ. Never lost nothing. He retired. I think it does make sense. I think it's a good. If it's gonna happen, it needs to happen now because there's a lot of other things.
It could be a really good fight, or it could just be.
I think it's gonna be a great fight.
Cejudo's like huffing and puffing
Nah, I
and
don't think so.
freaking chugging along.
I think it's gonna be a
McDoubles.
really technical fight.
He's bringing his.
You think
fries with him.
Cejudo beats Sterling?
Huh? No.
No. You think it's gonna be like a landslide?
I think it could be a domination, or it could be a fair fight.
Yeah.
I don't know.
You just don't know because of Cejudo. It's the same thing with John
When's
Jones.
the last time he fought? 2019?
Probably, 18, 19, I believe. He fought Dominic Cruz. That's when the whole
Come on.
Keith Peterson, the little lizard.
It's just 3 years.
Yeah, we'll see. Here's the thing, though.
3 years out of the octagon.
He's coming
that
back.
messes
He's
with
coming
you.
back and fighting Aljamain Sterling. And this guy doesn't get enough credit. I mean, he is a beast.
He's a monster.
Like, I don't care what anybody says. I know people don't like him and this, that, and the third, but come on. Aljamain Sterling is a stud. But, yeah, that's what they're doing. That was announced, though, back to the Corey Sandhagen and Cheetah Vera thing. That was announced.
It's freaking freezing.
Yeah, it's freezing out
dude.
here. We're outside, so it's really
It's
tough.
like -5 degrees outside.
Yeah.
So we're outside.
It's just tough.
Yeah. We
But-
shoveled this.
For sure.
The snow.
But the crazy thing about it is Cheeto against Sandhagen is going to be a very, very interesting fight. Early prediction. Like, who do you think's at? I mean, like, I think I know who you're going to say.
Sandhagen?
Yeah, like, who do you think is going to win that fight? Do you think Cheeto's going to win? Dude, I think Sandhagen is really
It's a
good.
50-50
The way
coin flip.
the
right
way
there.
he fights is like wild.
Yeah,
He's
it's
got such an
crazy.
interesting stance.
That knee.
Lick it. Like,
Yeah.
literally lick it. But how about that toe?
You need to watch out for that.
How about that toe, Cheeto?
That toe, too.
It's going to be the toe against the
Yeah.
knee. It's going to be so technical. I think both guys are going to get hurt, but it's going to go all 5. I really believe. They both have the chance. You know Cheeto Vera has never been knocked down in his whole career, ever. He's
Yeah.
one of the few. That's pretty crazy.
And that's probably the way Sandhagen could win. Or by decision.
What?
Like by KO, TKO.
Yeah, I'm saying
Sandhagen will
Cheeto's
win.
never been knocked down, though.
Yeah, I know. That's...
No, I mean, if you get hit with Corey Sandhagen's knee, it's bedtime.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But I think it's going to go all 5. I think it's going to be so technical. These guys, because
Has he ever
Cheeto's
been
patient.
dropped? No.
No.
You just said that.
Yeah.
Did he ever been, like, wobbled?
Probably. I'm sure he's been. I mean, when you're wobbled, though, like, you're
If he
falling.
wasn't wobbled...
I'm sure he's been hit hard. I mean,
Yeah.
he's definitely been hurt, but
He's
he's
fought
never
the
dropped
best of the
down to his
best.
knee. Him, John Jones, and Max Holloway are the 3 guys that I saw on the post by ESPN.
Jeez.
So I don't know. I think it's gonna be a really technical fight.
I mean, I would say Cheeto.
I would probably pick Cheeto just because I think Cheeto's like on a roll right now.
Yeah.
I want Cheeto to win
He's
because
on
I
the
really,
rise.
huh?
I say he's on the rise.
Yeah, I really want Cheeto to. Good one. I really want Cheeto to fight Sugar. Dude, that's the biggest fight.
Cheeto Sugar.
That's the biggest fight
That's
in the
a
division.
good fight.
You think that's the biggest fight in the division?
Yeah, O'Malley wins.
Speaking of O'Malley, sponsored.
And speaking of O'Malley,
Got the Sugar Sean.
It's coming
Not yet.
soon.
Yeah, we got a Sugar Sean poster coming. Also got the Sugar Sean sweatpants on. Sugar Shop.
oh yeah.
.co. So where's my sponsor?
No, I wouldn't say .co
Why? That's what it is.
because they're shop. Like we don't want to. We're not associated.
Yeah, we're not
with that.
sponsoring them.
So.
All right, we'll cut that out. But no. But Sean's
you
the
can
man.
keep it,
Nah,
but-
Sean's. It's a little bit different.
Sugar on the pot would be a dream.
Yeah, Sugar's the man, so
Yeah,
I don't care.
Yeah,
So you guys can do what you want with that.
he's good.
The only other thing I want to talk about before we get into our UFC Year End Awards is your boy Khamzat Chimaev. If you've been seeing his videos, he said that he was offered the fight in 4 different countries, and nobody wants the fight. Now, I'm going to be completely honest with you, because I always give you crap about this. I do think he's telling the truth. And when he says nobody wants to fight, I think he's saying that from the grand scheme of when he like talks on Instagram. He's like, "Hey, let's fight." But I don't think the main guy they're trying to get him to fight, which is Covington.
Yeah.
I actually don't think Covington wants to fight.
No, I think he's running away.
Now, I know there's like legal stuff going on with him and Jorge, but that's not what it's about, dude. He doesn't want to fight Khamzat. I really don't
Colby?
think so.
Yeah.
I really believe in the top 5. There's only 2 guys that would fight him, and you can believe it or not.
Usman.
No, I don't think so. Usman's on a whole different ballgame.
He wouldn't
right
even
now.
want to fight him.
I don't know. I think Usman wants his belt back first.
If he had to fight him,
he will.
He would.
But just voluntarily? No. Why
No.
would he do that? Gilbert would fight him. If he wasn't fighting in Brazil, I know Gilbert would take that fight. And Belal. I really do think, because if Belal beats Khamzat, that's a huge deal for him. And then he will get a title shot. I really do think he would fight him.
But you think he's scared?
Belal?
Yeah.
No, I don't. I really don't
Big
think he's scared.
nose.
I don't think he's scared. I'm not saying he's going to win.
You know how big of a target that freaking nose is?
I know.
Dude,
but he
half.
looks so good against freaking Sean Brady. Did he not? Come on.
He was fighting against a wrestler, and
But he's a wrestler.
he just looks sloppy.
Guess how many
He looks sloppy, but good in a good way.
Let me ask
I
you a
guess.
question, though. He's a wrestler. The guy literally
Yeah,
went.
he is a wrestler.
The guy's got one finish in his career before that fight.
Yeah,
Like, he's dirt.
but he did look sloppy. But he did.
Yeah, I guess. I
land.
felt like his shots were pretty
He
straight.
just were doing hooks. The whole
Very
entire
big
time.
hooks. Yeah.
And it was swinging.
Which could be good or
if
bad.
you do that to Khamzat, dude, the uppercuts are coming,
Riley's freaking.
and the takedowns are coming.
I think Riley's slipping up because he's nervous.
I mean, this
Just-
new setup's crazy.
No, not nervous
Huh?
about the palms. You're nervous that Belal's going to knock out Khamzat.
No.
Come on.
That's not happening.
I'm kidding. But you think he's scared? Come on. He's not scared. These guys aren't
No.
scared. I don't even think Colby Covington is scared. I just think he doesn't want to lose. If he loses this fight, then what's next? Like, the guy's already in deep water. He's already had 2 title shots and lost them, but that's what I'm trying to say.
I just don't think Belal's good enough to beat Khamzat.
Yeah, I don't think anybody's going to beat Khamzat, though. So I don't think it shouldn't even be a shot
I think
at.
it should be Leon versus Khamzat in freaking London. Dude, perfect.
It should be that. You're saying if Usman can't fight.
If Usman can't fight because his little...
I'm not kidding. If they do Masvidal, I'm not buying the fight.
Yeah.
Not even kidding.
Swear to God.
Yeah, I swear to God. I swear to God, because that is a disgrace to what the sport is.
That's just crazy.
Now
and
they're
if
just
Col-
reporting
and if
that, but I don't know if
Colby's
that's
like-
real.
If Colby's like, I don't want to fight Khamzat because of all the whole the Jorge thing. Dude.
He's been out for a
Then
long
Jorge's like, dude, let me get that title fight.
Here, let me say this. Here's the difference, though. Dana White literally said that's the fight he's trying to make. So there must not be things going on behind the scenes that are, like, causing Colby not to fight. Dana literally said he's trying to make that fight. So why hasn't the fight been announced?
Happening.
Now, also, I'm not surprised it hasn't been announced yet because it's still a little while, because even the Usman-Leon fight hasn't been announced, but maybe because of the injury.
Yeah.
I'm not surprised it's not announced, but, like, it's not like it doesn't even seem like that's actually going to happen.
What?
I don't think Colby and Khamzat are going to fight. And I said
don't
that
think-
last year.
And Khamzat's ready to fight.
Yeah, I do think so.
He's ready.
I
He's
do think so.
gotten offered
But
for-
here's another thing. Hamzat can't just fight anybody anymore now. Now he's fighting the top 5, and that's it. So it's going to take time. Whereas back in the day, he's just like, I want to fight, and then they give him Joe Schmo off the streets. Like, he can do that, but now he's in the big leagues. So now he's got to kind of wait. You know?
It just sucks.
It does suck. I really want to see him fight. So
He didn't take any damage his last fight.
No,
None.
not even a scratch.
Not a scratch.
The
Not
fight
even
before?
A brush burn.
How about the fight before? He took a little bit.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah.
Still came on
119
top, though.
significant strikes. Close fight. I'm sure we'll talk about that a little bit more probably later. But let's get to it. Our UFC Year End Awards. Ever since we started this podcast, I've said this before, I've been so excited. So excited to do
To
this.
do the
Just because I think it's such a good segment.
world
Such a great thing.
nominees of the UFC.
World nominees. So we're gonna go through, or I'm gonna go through. Let me go through the all the categories I got here. So we have Submission of the Year, Female Rising Star of the Year, Male Rising Star of the Year, Pay-Per-View of the Year, Fight Night of the Year, Fight of the Year, Female Fighter of the Year, Male Fighter of the Year, and then the Fighter of the Year overall between either the male and the female. So we're going to start with Submission of the Year. I'll start, and then Riley can go, and then you'll go first, vice versa. So I hate to say this very much, but I have to say Islam submitting Charles Oliveira was the Submission of the Year.
Yeah, me too.
I have to say it because I don't, not because it was like it wasn't like a flying armbar, but it's just like
he subbed the best.
Yeah, the guy who's got the most submissions in the UFC.
Yeah.
So it's just like literally what he said was he was gonna do. He did. So like that was a really big moment for him. I think that's huge. I think that has to be Submission of the Year. What do you think, Riley? Same thing.
I have the same thing.
Yeah. So that's what we think. Yeah. Riley, who's your female rising star of the year?
You don't want to talk about.
Yeah, I don't really want to talk about
too
it.
much.
Yeah, who's your female rising star of the year?
Aaron Blanchfield. Yeah, just total domination off of Meatball. Freaking made her head freaking pop red. It was. We were there. It was just bad.
Yeah, it was bad.
So, yeah, Blanchfield.
And she's also number 10 currently. Also, I guess we could talk about this. She has a fight against Santos.
I wonder what.
The number 2 ranked. Actually, she's number 9 currently. She's going to fight the number 2 ranked women's flyweight fighter. So if she wins that, she will be fighting for a belt. I also have Erin Blanchfield as well as the female rising star of the year.
She's 10-1.
Yeah, she's an animal.
And she's like 23.
Yeah. She's so young.
You better look out.
I have her also at female rising star of the year. Also, she had a very dominant win earlier in the year as well. So she had 2 wins coming off this year. Got a lot of hype after beating Meatball, obviously, because Meatball had a lot of hype. And now she's going to have a huge test in front of her when she fights Santos. And by the way, Santos almost beat Shevchenko this year in a really close fight.
It's going to be a really good fight.
And I can't wait. I'm really excited to watch them fight.
Fight night too.
And I hope Blanchfield wins. Because
Yeah,
I want a new challenger, and she's so young, and she is a freaking beast. So that is my
to look out.
That's my female rising star of the year. Riley, male rising star of the year. I guess I'm first now.
Yeah.
I have Sugar Sean O'Malley as the male rising star of the year. I did Sugar because he fought Pedro Munoz, and that nothing happened. But to be number 11, 12, 13, whatever he was, and then to beat the number 1 ranked guy in a fight of the year candidate fight, it showed that he deserves to be where he's supposed to be. Now next year he will be fighting, or this upcoming year he will be fighting for a belt. How can he not be one of, at least, the rising stars of 2020?
That's definitely my mention.
Yeah. So one of your honorable mentions is Sugar.
Yeah.
So who is your male rising star of the year?
Alex Bejeda.
Oh, that's a great one, too.
He's a champ now.
Yep.
So, beat the best, too.
Yeah.
Literally.
I mean, it doesn't get any better than that.
Insane.
Also knocked out Sean Strickland earlier in the year.
Yeah. So, you got to give him credit.
Decisively, too. He had a killer year.
Yeah.
A lot of DC and RC had him as male fighter of the year, too.
Really?
So, maybe he'll come back up. Maybe he won't. Pretty interesting stuff.
He's really good.
Yeah, I mean, obviously.
A monster.
And he's the champion right now. I would say that
his fists are like freaking your head.
Yeah, I know. And another thing is Riley and I have agreed
hard.
Riley and I have agreed on the sub of the year and also female rising star, but I do agree also with what he said. So far, no debates. We're keeping it good, Riley. Let's see on that one.
Yeah.
All right, so what's next?
Pay-per-view of the year.
Pay-per-view of the year. Before we do pay-per-view of the year, let's do fight night of the year though first.
Fight night?
Yeah.
Wait, where is that?
So who?
Oh,
so do you?
I have a mention.
Yeah. So do I. Am I? Who's first now? You.
Me.
Okay. What is your honorable mention? And then we'll say what your fight night of the year is.
All right. My mention is Vera versus Cruz.
Mm.
Dude, those top 3 fights.
Oh yeah, I remember.
The women.
Yeah.
And then the guy fight.
Yeah, I remember you texted me because I was away.
Yeah.
I didn't get to watch that live other than the Cheetah fight I watched live. And you texted me, you said, dude, I think I just watched the greatest fight of all time.
Yeah.
Wow.
My whole family was there.
Yeah.
And they were just swinging.
One of the only fight nights we didn't watch together.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a great
and
honorable
the Vera
mention.
knockout.
Oh, my God. Lick that toe.
Yeah.
Everybody was looking at it. Literally. Dominic Cruz.
Literally.
Sniff it.
All right. My fight night of the year is Thompson versus Holland.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Mm.
Why?
Dude, that fight that was like one of the best fights of the year.
I agree.
For sure.
One of the best fights of the year.
Both of them broke their hand.
It was
from
insane.
Freaking kicks.
Also, I didn't want this to happen, but Tai Tuivasa lost in an insane fashion. Sergey. There was another fight on that card. Oh,
Sergey
RDA.
is a rising star, too.
Yeah, I know. So he's another honorable mention.
Oh, my God.
He really is, like, probably top 3.
Yeah.
I forgot about him.
He could be champ.
Yeah, seriously. He's a beast,
And he
Sergey.
can wrestle. He can wrestle, too.
I mean, he's huge.
Him
against Ngannou could be happy. I think
that'd be a good fight.
Real quick, I don't want to sway, but we talked about this before. You got to do Sandhagen against Sergey, dude. Oh, my goodness.
Yeah.
Sign me up.
Jimmy.
Yeah, pretty good ones. Can I tell you my honorable mentions? I have 2 honorable mentions.
Yeah.
My 2 honorable mentions are the fight night with Aspinall and Curtis. With Curtis Blades. And here's why. Not because the only reason why I didn't choose this one is because that fight was an injury. But Meatball had her spinning back elbow. Patty had a great fight. The London crowd was insane. We watched that here. Dude, that was a freaking great fight night. That's one of my honorable mentions. Another honorable mention.
It sucked to end it with that.
Yeah, I know. So that's why I couldn't make it my number one.
Could have
been the one.
Best.
And then UFC Fight Night in Paris. Dude, the Sandhagen versus Tai Tuivasa fight. We were watching that out here, and while we were watching that, we were getting our tickets to go to Vegas for UFC 279.
Yeah.
Dude, that was insane. The Whitaker fight was kind of dirt with Vinatieri, but Whitaker just dominated. But how good was that freaking main event? And the crowd.
That was insane.
The Europe crowd is better than any crowd.
Oh, yeah.
It's not even close. But,
Messi.
But my actual fight night of the year goes to UFC Orlando, Thompson against Holland as well. Dude, the fight night was so insane. I know. Well, so far we're
on point.
Pretty much. And the one that we disagreed, I also agree with you.
Yeah.
But no, that fight night was insane. When we were watching, and it was so good we did a pod after it. I mean, we did a literal whole podcast about that. It was just so crazy. Like you said, both guys broke their hands. It was pretty, actually, looking back on it, it was actually kind of closer than you expected. But Stephen Thompson looked so good. It was as entertaining as it gets. Yeah. And it is one of the most entertaining fights of the year, for sure. And it definitely is top. There were so many good fights this year. It was definitely in the top 7, at least, for fights of the year.
Maybe top 5.
Pay-per-view of the year, Riley. What is your pay-per-view of the year? You have any honorable mentions for this one?
First.
Oh, yeah. So, pay-per-view of the year. I'm going to be completely honest. The beginning of this year was dirt.
Sucks.
So bad. But my honorable mention is UFC 274. Charles Oliveira against Justin Gaethje. Oh. The Rose fight was the worst fight ever. But then Michael Chandler with the head kick knockout to Tony Ferguson. Dude, that was one of the best cards of the year. That's my honorable mention. But I might be a little bit biased.
Oh, we didn't. We need to do knockout of the year.
Oh, yeah. Knockout of the year. Okay, we'll talk about that.
I already know.
Okay. Well, we'll get there next.
Yeah.
But I have to say, I might be a little bit biased because I was there. But I think everybody really kind of agrees with this. UFC 281 was most certainly the pay-per-view of the year. I mean, 13 of the 14 or 11 or whatever it was, 12 of the 14 were finishes. The main event was insane. Poirier Chandler is one of the fights of the year.
Dude.
It was so insane, and we were there in a suite. It couldn't have been any better.
Right in the middle.
Oh my gosh, it was crazy.
We were right there.
So I'm guessing that's Riley's.
Yeah, UFC 281.
Yeah, it was just insanity. It could
that was good too.
Yeah, UFC 279. It was a lot better than I think people being there.
Yeah,
made
being there.
Because we're going to be biased about it. The experience really was insane.
And in 281, we ran into
Nate Diaz, literally.
Nate.
Yeah, we literally saw Nate. And you know what? That's our only podcast that we haven't done in the studio.
Yeah.
So go watch that podcast because it's only 18 minutes long. It's a short pod, and we were in the basement of a hotel in New York, freaking city, 30 minutes after Madison Square Garden. Insane at 2 a.m.
And we got the plumber coming out.
Yeah. It was just great. So we agreed on that. All right, knockout of the year. I think we agree.
Yeah,
I mean,
Chandler.
Chandler's head kick
Dude.
knockout. I mean, that was insanity.
Gets me freaking chills every time I watch it.
We were there watching that live. We have the video.
No, we weren't there.
No. I mean,
I was about
we
to
weren't
say.
there. I wish
we were there.
Charles too. Jesus.
Oh my God.
Jack, please. I'm gonna try to remember this. Put up our reaction to that knockout.
Wait, it's Fergan? Oh! Holy crap! He knocked him out! Oh my God!
So yeah. So that's our knockout of the year. Okay, so this one's gonna be awesome to talk
What?
about. Fight.
Dude, we're like on point.
Right now
like,
we're on
every
point.
Freaking
Fight of
right
the
now.
year. Do
Fight
you
of
have
the
any
year.
honorable mentions? You have to have some honorable mentions now.
Oh, there's
so many. honorable
the
mentions.
Yuri one.
Yuri against Glover.
Dude. The Thompson Holland. That
Yep.
was a good fight. What else? What was Do you have any other ones?
Well, I don't want to tell you which one's mine, so I'll go through
Oh.
my honorable mentions
Yeah,
after.
what's your honorable mention?
Well, if I tell you my honorable mentions, then you might figure out which is my fight of the year.
I know what yours is.
I don't think you do.
You want me to guess?
No, I don't. I want you to
You
just
guess.
say yours.
You guess
Oh,
mine.
I already know.
Guess
Yours is Khamzat against Gilbert.
Yours is Glover versus Yuri.
It can't be, and I'm gonna tell you why.
Because you didn't watch
I didn't
it.
watch it live. If I watched that fight live, I think I would be crazy to say that wasn't fight of the year. But we didn't. It's the only pay-per-view we didn't watch
Yeah.
this year. That fight. Did you
That's-
watch that fight back
Yeah,
though?
the whole thing.
It was so good.
They have
And
it
we
free
missed
on
it.
YouTube,
So I can't. That would have been my fight of the year, but I can't make it that. My honorable mentions are Yuri and Glover. My other honorable mentions are the Thompson against Wonder Boy, or what the Wonder Boy against Holland is an honorable
Thompson
mention.
versus Wonder Boy.
Yeah, that was a great fight.
That would been insane.
Chandler against Poirier.
No.
That's an honorable mention.
Oh,
Ready for
yeah.
this one? Sean against Jan.
Jan. Oh.
Dude, there were so many, but
Yeah, I'm not thinking straight.
there's a lot. But I have to, because of my chills, because of my nerves, and because it was his first test, and because of how crazy it was, I have to put Khamzat against Gilbert Burns
Oh.
as my fight of the year.
I thought you was about to say Islam versus.
No, I can't. That was not fight of the year. That was horrible. Is that your fight of the year? Has to be.
Yeah.
Yeah. That dude.
That's definitely.
The
fight of year.
chills.
Oh my god.
The chills. We
Don't
gotta
even
watch.
get
Can
me
we please
started.
watch that after this podcast?
Yeah, we can.
I
watch
keep
it.
saying this, and we never
I
do.
wanna watch it.
That. I wish I could put that up on YouTube, but I can't because there's way too many cursing. Please, if you haven't seen that fight, you better go watch it. That's my fight of the year. Is that your fight of the year?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wish our freaking podcast was out then.
I know. So you know it's so sick.
Well, my voice was literally
Gone.
freaking gone.
But you know it's so sick? All next year, whole podcast for the whole year. I mean, we've only been doing the podcast since October,
Yeah.
since the Charles fight.
A month and a half.
Yeah,
2 months.
I know. So
That's it.
averaging 4,000 views in a month,
23
in 28
subs.
days. I'll take it. 40 TikTok followers.
Imagine in a year.
Dude, I'm ready to go. Anything's possible. Make this grow. So, yeah, thanks for the love.
And we can make it even better.
Riley and I are on the same page right now. If you guys want to see us fighting and arguing, go watch some of the gameplays.
Or the
The Rig Fest, as I like to call them.
or the
Goat
best,
debate.
The goat.
Yeah, the GOAT debate. That is a great podcast as well. One of the best podcasts that we've done.
Yeah. Just skip to the end and then you'll
Yeah,
see. the
I
freaking
have the
argument.
chapters in there, so skip to that.
Or you can watch it all.
Yeah, you want
I'll get that deal.
Subscribe here on TikTok.
Like
I mean, follow on TikTok. Follow
Yeah,
on Instagram.
subscribe.
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 on
Like,
YouTube.
comment. Subscribe.
All right. Anyway,
Send to a friend.
female fighter of the year. Riley, who's up? Me now? No, you're up now.
Yeah.
Who's your female?
John Wei Lee.
Yeah.
Dude, no way.
Yeah, that's
that.
fine. Yes.
what?
Can't not be.
Holy.
Who else could it be? I mean, Aaron Blanchfield was the rising star. Wei Lee freaking went crazy this year. She knocked out Joanna John Jacek.
All right.
Okay.
Joanna Jędrzejczyk.
Yeah.
That's
Knocked
how you
her
say
out.
it?
Joanna?
Yon.
Joanna? Yon
Yeah,
Jacek.
Joanna Jędrzejczyk.
Yo Jacek.
Yang yang yang.
Okay, but she knocked her out cold. And
Retired.
what a legend, by the way.
Yeah.
But knocked her out cold and then dominated Carla Esparza and became a 2-time champion. She has to be female fighter of the year.
Knew,
Yeah.
Because Carla
You
Esparza
also
was
want to go see
freaking
another great
dirt in the
podcast.
bag.
That was a great podcast, too. Our UFC 281 predictions.
Yeah.
We were there live, too. But we were arguing about that. You were grabbing trash cans and stuff for Carla.
Dude,
Is that so? That's
she should never fight ever again. She's so bad.
Wait, so we agree?
She sucks.
Should we agree?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fighter.
No, male.
Huh?
We still gotta do male.
Yeah, I know. Male fighter.
Oh yeah, male fighter of the year. Am I up now?
Yeah.
Okay, so a couple honorable mentions.
I know. I don't have any honorable mentions.
I have one. Alex Pajeda is my honorable mention, but it has to be Alexander Volkanovski, and here's why. Has to be Alexander Volkanovski because he absolutely dominated Korean Zombie in the beginning of this year. And then he beat Max Holloway in dominant fashion at the end of the year. And now he's pound for pound number 1. Has to be Alexander Volkanovski. So I'm guessing it's not Volk. So who's your male fighter of the year?
I would have said Volk, but I don't know.
Who's your male fighter of the year?
Maybe thinking back, probably Volk.
All right, well,
but my person that I was going to say is Charles Oliveira.
How?
Dude.
How can you say that?
Gaethje, Chandler.
This year?
Yes.
He didn't beat Chandler this year. That was last year,
did?
Dave. No, he did not.
That was last year?
That was his first.
Holy frick.
Jesus.
Time flies.
He's fought Gaethje this year, but he lost to Islam. He has
no way.
Yes.
That was last year?
This guy doesn't even
so
know the
Chandler only fought 2 times this year?
Chandler fought Ferguson and Poirier. That fight happened last year, dude. That's when he became champion. You think Charles has only been... So you think Charles fought Chandler, Poirier, Gaethje, and Islam all this year, 4 fights?
He's an active
I know
fighter,
he
though.
is, but he's fought twice.
Okay.
Come on, it can't beat Charles with Islam.
Yeah. And Poirier was this year, right?
Yeah. No, that was
the
the end of last year.
End of the year.
Yeah.
I got it all mixed up.
Yeah.
All
So
right.
you
Volkanovski.
Yeah, Volk's got to
sure.
be. Come on, let's be real.
Dude, he's insane.
Yeah.
Dominated.
Finally. Yeah, keep it
Oh my
going.
God, never mind.
No, come on.
No. We're never
What did he do?
We're never getting a
Oh, he's
poster.
coming in here.
No, he's not.
Yeah,
Egghead's not shining on
right
me.
here.
I'll tell you that for a fact. No.
So who do you think is the fighter of the year between Wei Lee and Volk? It's really tough. But
Right?
I think it is tough. I think Wei Lee's good. But I have to say
pound for pound number 1.
Yeah, I have to say Volk.
Yeah, you
Dude,
have
what
to.
he did to Korean Zombie, it was probably the worst fight one-sidedly I could ever see.
Yeah,
ever.
I was just sitting back like freaking
Because it was after Khamzat.
Yeah.
So we were already freaking gassed out. And then
Wait.
To-
that was last.
that was this year, Dave.
What?
Jesus.
It was this summer, right?
How would that Khamzat fight be the fight of the year if it didn't happen this year?
Oh, yeah. I don't know.
Right.
I thought that was last.
Riley's wearing a
year.
hat, but he didn't really know. I have to Riley's got an ear. Okay, let me tell everybody some news. Breaking news.
Here we go.
Riley has an earpiece in for 2 different reasons. He has an earpiece in when we do the podcast, and somebody feeding him information because he doesn't know what he's talking about. Then, when we do the gameplay, he has an earpiece in, and it's called Rig.
No.
That's what it is.
It's
You
not
literally
rigged.
rig the
I'm
gameplay
just
all
elite.
the time.
I'm
Did
elite.
Zabit lose that fight?
Huh?
In the featherweight bracket, did Zabit lose to Max Holloway?
Yes. Or no. You won that fight.
But I
But
didn't.
That wasn't me.
Yeah,
I didn't rig it.
you rigged that.
That was the judges.
Nah,
That
it
was
was
the
rig.
judges. The judges.
What was the
always
robbery
mess
of the year?
Huh?
Robbery of the year. Patty Pimblett.
Yeah.
Not even close.
That was.
That was so
horrible.
horrendous. I can't even
I
believe
was
it.
like, what?
My hands
we're
are freaking
right
so
here.
cold.
Yeah, no,
I'm
that's why I
I'm
have
literally my hands are literally like icicles.
Yeah, that's why I never touch this
Yeah.
mic because it's metal.
Yeah.
When I touch it, I get
Yeah.
frozen burnt.
Yeah, I know. Frozen. You mean frostbite?
Same
Tell
thing.
them to feed it to you. You'll get it in.
All right.
Yeah. So yeah, that's our UFC awards. Dude, this is our last podcast of the
What if I
year.
go like that?
This is our last podcast of the year.
What if it sounds better like this?
You hear me? Nah, don't do that.
No.
No.
Probably be bad.
Yeah, probably bad. Do you hear me? This is our last podcast of 2022.
Yeah, and the new setup.
We
It all
closed the
begins.
show. We closed the whole thing with a bang, and we're kicking next year off with an even bigger bang. We got the whole
big
year.
bang.
So, yeah, I mean, I don't have too much left to say other than the fact that, dude, where do you want? How many fights we going to next year?
Huh?
How many fights we going to do next year?
Let's say 2,
2?
maybe 3.
Yeah, I'm hoping for
2 or 3.
I'm hoping for 2 or 3. Where? Definitely Vegas.
Texas.
Definitely
maybe?
Vegas. It's not even close.
Vegas, yeah.
It's not even close.
London.
Ain't going. Not yet. We ain't going
Yeah,
to
we
London.
gotta get a whole freaking passport and do all that.
That's
other
not that
stuff.
hard, but it's just that's a lot. Texas, I would love to do. Would you like to do Florida?
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't mind.
I don't even care. Just put me where the fights happen.
Put me wherever.
But Vegas.
Well, other than like some bad places.
Yeah. But we're going to Vegas.
Yeah.
That's not even. We are. going
Vegas
to
is
Vegas.
one of the best places on the whole planet.
Yeah.
Literally.
I mean, so far where we've been, we might go to Texas and be like, "This is insane. This
Yeah.
is so awesome."
Yeah.
So we don't know yet, but yeah, Talk About podcast is definitely gonna be traveling.
Talk About podcast. Should
be
be
doing
on the
some crazy
pod.
stuff.
Would be a
It'll be
dream.
Thank you for that, Sugar. I just want to say, I hope you guys love the new setup. I mean, we love the new setup. We got these new mics. We got the new chair. We got the new set. We got the new posters. Ryan's got a new earpiece in.
New.
Ryan's got a new earpiece in,
And
so he can
Jack's
be
coming to
feeding
bring
new things.
next episode for the gaming.
Huh?
Hmm?
What'd you say?
Hmm?
Just tell me now, because I'm just going to watch it.
Because you're probably going to, like, rig it.
You literally
You're
rig
probably
it.
going to rig it the next time.
Yeah, we still got a couple more brackets. That was episode 5, so we still have 5 more brackets to go through, and then we can finally start the actual
5 more
Gameplay.
brackets?
5 more brackets. So we have
Jeez.
we have heavyweight, we have all 3 of the women's,
Mm.
and then we have flyweight.
Maybe we do one of the
Women's next.
Mm.
So yeah, well, that'll happen in the beginning of next year. We're back. Podcast is back. We're going to be doing the podcast once or twice a week, plus the gameplay once or twice a week. So our content is going to be pumping. So you guys better hit that subscribe button. You better follow us on TikTok. You
Pumping.
guys better follow us on Instagram.
Pumping.
And you guys better be watching.
Oh, wait. Oh, yeah, never mind.
What, what are you
MVP
doing?
of the year. We already did that.
Dude, this
Dude,
guy has no idea what's happening. Where's the
'cause
hat?
now I have to
and
tell
doesn't
him
even
because he's
know.
like, well, now you have to tell me.
Yeah, this guy doesn't know.
Now you
what's
have to
even
tell me.
going on. So thank you
Like,
guys for
yeah.
watching. I hope you guys enjoy. Thank you guys for watching the Talk About podcast. Where I shake the feet. Shake those feet. Yeah. Yeah. Need to see if this guy's been rigging all the gameplay. But hope you guys
I'm
enjoy.
not.
Hopefully we got some news for you.
I'm not.
UFC finally returns. Hey, we're gonna have to do our predictions for UFC 283 pretty soon. You hear me? Jesus, sniff it, lick it, pop it, pull it. You hear me?
Twist it.
You hear me though?
Huh?
We're gonna have to do our UFC. We're gonna have to do our UFC 283 predictions pretty soon.
Huh?
Okay, I'm not telling you. Now.
UFC
See, this guy doesn't
280,
even know.
283.
What's the main event of UFC 283?
Huh?
Doesn't even know.
Because it's like freaking 9 o'clock.
What is the UFC 283 main event? Do you not know?
Oh my gosh.
I didn't even know.
Do you not know in January in Brazil?
Yeah, I know. It's Hill versus Glover.
Jeez.
Just let me think a little bit.
Vote in the
Oh my
comments.
gosh. Vote in the comments.
Do
If
we
he should
need a
get kicked
host?
off of the show.
Do we need a new
Oh,
co-host?
that's hater.
Do we need a new co-host? Thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys have a good day. And
Peace. Stand up, Jimmy.
No, you're saying up first. Pain in the head.
What? No,
You're saying up first. The old hat's like squeezing your freaking brains out.
Alright, fine.
Squeeze it
Last
tight.
year.
Squeeze it tight. Jeez. Is that not tight on your head? Holy Lord.
Huh?
Your braid's sticking out of your ears.
Is it?
Yeah, I mean, it looks tight on your head.
No.
Didn't even notice. Rise and shine.
Nah.
Thank you guys for watching, though. Appreciate it.
Peace.